Whew, I love it. I love the energy that comes about. All right, I love the feeling of the air leaving the lungs when every time the howl comes upon me. And I gotta sing that song. Man, let me tell y'all something. I love this movie. I care not what anyone says. All right, I'm just letting you know right now, pound for pound, I believe that this Thor, after rewatching it, it's the best one. It's the best one. And so, but before I dive into it, be sure to hit that like button, share this video, comment under this video. Hit that subscribe button. I want 100 subscribers. Tongue twister. 100 subscribers before my birthday in October. I think it will be a great gift to me, for all of you. Just pile on, hit the likes, hit the shares. I got so much stuff coming your way. So, hear me out. The first Thor movie. And that's a line from one of my good friends. So I can't take credit for the line "Hear me out," but uh, good friend of mine says that quite often. Hear me out. All right, so hear me out. This movie here, I've missed it. I've been meaning to watch it again for so long, and when I tell you, just Kenneth Branagh's direction for this whole, it's like a Shakespearean dramedy. Okay, there's plenty of humor here. I feel like it's the perfect balance of the drama with the humor. I love the budding of Thor and Jane's relationship. I think it's something special. A lot of people didn't really feel it. I guess when they watched it, but to me, I thought it was all there. I thought that the connection that they were making, just this God learning what it's like to be a man and meeting another human who's pretty much teaching him how to find that humanity within himself after being banished by his father, having his power stripped from him, being unable to lift Mjolnir because his father deemed him unworthy because he went and defied his father's orders and went to Jotunheim after the Frost Giants. I mean, this man was ready. His destiny was there to be king. He was ready to be king, but his attitude, his arrogance, his lust for battle, not understanding what it means to be humble, what it means to know peace, what it oh my god, what? Yeah, this movie's brilliant. And honestly, one of the best scenes in the MCU is that banishment scene. Anthony Hopkins is Odin, and the back and forth between them. He said, while you stand there giving the nine realms laugh at us one, you would stand giving speeches while Asgard falls. Thor says this to the Allfather. Wow, how does Odin respond? You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy. Like, just and you're an old man and a fool. What? Yeah. It's so Shakespearean in the way that it's written. And Kenneth Branagh has a background with a lot of Shakespeare. He did Shakespeare in Love in '96. So he has a lot of, and a few other Shakespeare projects I can't or pieces I cannot think of off the top of my head at the moment, but I know he's done some. But he has a strong history with Shakespeare. But you can feel him incorporate that in this movie. The way they talk, the poetic dialogue in a way, the way words are used. It's so much imagery behind them, the metaphors, just like some of the well, not so much similes, but the personification of certain objects. It's just I love it. And then just the themes alone, learning to be humble, learning to like look, you may have great skills in certain areas, but there's no need to go around beating your chest about it. Show some humility. People respect a person who has more humility within them than anything. And see, that's the where the foil of Loki comes in, because Loki, yeah, he himself was arrogant because he believed himself self-righteous because he thought he was done wrong. And to a fault, yes, he was, because Odin's like, I took you because I thought that you could bring a peace between our worlds, the worlds of Asgard and the world of the Frost Giants. And Loki's like, so what am I more? I'm nothing more than another stolen relic, pretty. So you can feel for him in that sense of, dag. Like he's the adopted son, and this is what Odin took him for. But Odin loved him. He treated him like his own, even though it was destined that Thor would take the throne. He still loved Loki like his own. But Loki was too blinded by rage to see that. He felt that he was done wrong. His birthright, he felt, was to be a king, no matter where it was, which led us into the Avengers. Okay, where he's like, I'm going to rule Earth, and his conflict with Thor, and when he just he shows up, and Thor's like after Thor tries to lift the hammer when he's in New Mexico, um, and Loki's just deceiving him, silver tongue, which is another key line that Volstagg said to him earlier in the movie when they're talking to Heimdall before they actually initially left. He says, "Silver tongue turned to lead." Foreshadowing. Loki has a silver tongue. He's trickery, mischief. That's what he is. That's what he's the god of. And he ever so slightly just twists things to make Thor not want to come back, to keep Thor banished, to keep him away from Asgard, because he's like, I have the throne now. This was easy. And all he has to do is kill Odin. But he doesn't do that. He kills the frost giant that went after Odin after he sends the destroyer to kill Thor, and does it why? For that approval, to save himself again. So you're like, yeah, I'm worthy. I made this plan, but I slaughtered him, but I'm worthy. He's crazy. Like, look, he's crazy. Like, you made a plan. You made a deal with the frost giants to kill Odin, just for you to kill one of them so that you could be seen as a hero. That don't sound sketchy to y'all? That's sketchy. That is some behind the back sketchy stuff. Yes. So that conflict, that battle between Thor and Loki, it is warranted. And the soundtrack is amazing too, because and it's setting the ambiance of certain scenes, like the battling brothers scene. Peter Patrick Doyle did the score for this. I loved the score for this. Just the upbeatness of Sons of Asgard when Thor walks in, and like the crowd's cheering his name. You feel like this epicness. You can feel the power of Asgard and how these people are, how they revere, Thor, Odin, Loki, like the Warriors Three, Ladies Sif Frigga, like they revere, and you can feel the energy in the room, and it just really it's uplifting. And chasing Jane, chasing storms, and can you see Jane was another piece that I loved in it. It's so good. Um, but I really wanted to do this in lieu of the fact that, yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder is out, and I wanted to revisit some of the Thor films, and this one to me is by far the best. And and I say that I love Ragnarok. Okay, a lot of people love Ragnarok, and I think a lot of people don't give Thor credit, the first Thor credit where credit is due. To me, this is the most underrated comic book movie of all time, hands down. I don't think that it's so underrated because, like I said, the conflicts alone, the themes alone, what Thor has to go through. Thor the most is one of the most well developed characters we have in the MCU, because he goes through some things, and he has to learn some lessons in life along the way. That and it's almost like in each movie he learns something else that will make him a better king. But even in the Dark World, as much as I don't like it, and I started rewatching it again, and I've enjoyed, or forgot how much I actually enjoyed, like the first parts of the movie. I'm not that deep into it yet, but anyway, towards the end of it, we know, like, Thor, he doesn't want to be king. He turns it down. Even in Ragnarok, well, not in Ragnarok, but it's like, remember who you are. You're the God of Thunder. Go to Infinity War. Go to Endgame. In Infinity War. At this point, he's lost all of his people. Lost half his people. Lost his brother. Lost his father. His mother. Um, and then almost lost like half of all life. Well, pretty much lost half of all life at the time because he failed to kill Thanos. Then in Endgame, what? It's like, well, you can be king now. No, he gives it to Valkyrie. He doesn't want it because he, at that point, again, it's like he doesn't feel like he's earned it, and that's the thing with Thor. It's like he's always feeling as though that's what I love about him. He always feels as though there's something more that he has to do. There's something more to be done before he can truly earn that title. before he can truly become a king. It's like he's still learning. Like we see that growth in him. Like, dude, you will be a great king, but he doesn't. And it's almost like he's at a point where he still doesn't see it as in himself just yet. But all the lessons that he's learning, all the things that he adds unto himself, all the things that build him to make him who he is. Ah, yeah. No, Thor will be a hell of a king. He will be a hell of a king. And Love and Thunder will show you that. Just his compassion alone. And how Gore felt that in the end. It's like not all gods are like the one that he was dealing with. And the first, like the sun god that he met at the beginning of Love and Thunder. Mm-mm. But this first Thor movie, I think, is a gem. It's something that people, you gotta give this a rewatch. You have to revisit this. I love this when he walks up to the destroyer and he's like, spare the people of this town, but take my life. He's willing to sacrifice himself, and just the tear that Odin feels after, the destroyer smacks him, and he flies, and he's not waking up. And you see the tear that goes down the side of Odin's face while he's in the Odin sleep. And Mjolnir starts to rise up. Things are going crazy in the facility where they surrounded Mjolnir, and Hammer's rising up, flies right over. He grabs it, boom, restored. The God of Thunder is worthy again. Yes, lightning everywhere. Bring on the storm, my friends. Yes, hail Valhalla. For Thor has come to wield Mjolnir once again. Like I love this. I love this movie. Every frame of it, and the humor hits. I need a horse. Uh, so we just sell dogs, cats, and birds. They give me one of those large enough to ride. It's perfect. Another. You know. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. Meow meow. What's meow meow? Yeah, yeah. This it's real. I love this movie, and I will defend it all day long. I don't think that, and I'll say this: if Taika Waititi was to come back for Thor 5, not saying that he couldn't do it, I don't think I'll be as enthused, especially after rewatching this. That doesn't mean that I don't love Love and Thunder. That doesn't mean that I don't love Ragnarok. But this right here was literally perfect Thor. And I think that he really works as a Shakespearean type of character. And like I said, the balance was just too good with the comedy and the drama, and you can see it weigh on him when he hears like, oh man, when Loki deceives him. You can feel the tension between him and Loki when they're battling it out. When Loki's like, I only wanted to prove that I am a worthy son, and I only ever wanted to be your equal. I never wanted the throne. And Thor tells me like, you can't kill an entire race, but Loki was willing to go so far as eliminating all of Jotunheim just to prove or just to be seen as an equal. But Thor has already learned his lesson, and now he's trying to pull his brother from the brink of darkness, but he further plunges himself into it. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. I can't say enough about this movie. I can't say enough about it. So, guys, let me know what you all think. Leave a like, comment, again, subscribe, please. Subscribe. Could use it. The son of Asgard could truly use your subscriptions. It will be perfect, beautiful, and life changing, if you will. I will go about this world and this realm and wield my hammer and axe as I need to do so. And those who see me, when they walk in my presence, they will understand what it means to be in the presence of light. For the lightning and thunder shall fall upon them, but no harm will come to them. Oh God, yeah. When I tell you I love this movie, I really do. I think this is when people will say, I've had people say to me, "Wasn't Black Panther just Lion King?" Black Panther's a lot more than that, but I would say that when I rewatch this, you can see a lot of elements of Lion King. But it's not just the fact that Lion. You can feel Lion King, but Lion King also derived from Hamlet, and this like I said, Kenneth Branagh has done a lot of Shakespeare, so he knows how to build those themes and those relationships and develop these characters and have it, where there's tragedy involved. Like really, it's actually tragic that Loki falls into that darkness, and but before we even know, like later down the line when he tries to redeem himself, at that point there's no redemption for him. That's the tragedy of it. It's a great movie. I cannot stress it enough. But anyway, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. This was a fun time. I love doing this. But remember, like I said before, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you all think. Leave me some movies that you'd like for me to watch and review, and I'll gladly do so. I know I have a long list of things that I've been asked to do, so I will be getting to those on my list. I know I have the terminal list to do. There's my sister who you saw in the last video. She asked about Cruella, so I'll do that one as well. I know I have one planned for like a retro review. I'm not going to tell you exactly just what it is yet, but yeah, just know I got some things in the works, and we got plenty of movies coming out the rest of this year. So I'm excited to dive into whatever. Guys, just let me know. I'll take a look, add it to the list, and we shall see. Like I said, I love doing this. I love bringing you guys reviews because to me, this is just another form of expression for me personally. Yeah, I've always loved movies, and I've always wanted a way to be able to share my love and my passion for film. So just I really appreciate all those who watch and like and comment, and I really do appreciate it, and it's fun for me. It really is. Yeah, can't thank you guys enough. So have a great day, everyone. I'll catch you all in the next video. See y'all.